go pick me up some oil filters. I need one for my Tahoe and one for my wife's car, which I will talk about here in just a minute. I have a filter and oil for the green truck. I'm gonna get it changed before winter gets here. And then, like I said, my Tahoe, wife's car. Another thing I need to do, I need to pull this heater out and make sure it is in fine running condition. Should be. As you can see in here, it is just over 40 degrees. And outside right now, it is 37. Could be worse, and it will be. My wife has her car at work, so I can't change oil on that today, and I'd rather do it all at the same time instead of getting dirty today and moving things around and then doing it all again tomorrow. So I think that truck and my Tahoe will wait until tomorrow, and she can drive her old Tahoe to work and I can do her car at the same time. So 3 oil changes tomorrow. I haven't brought it up in my last few videos and have quite a few new subscribers, but I'm trying to get a license plate wall going over here. So if you have a license plate that you would like to see on said license plate wall, the address is in the description below. Or if you have anything else you just want to send to the channel, the address is still down below. So like I just said, it is a rather cool day today, 37 degrees. With the sun out, it's not too bad. Blue skies, and it's just a little breezy, probably picking a lot of that up. But I think there may even be a chance of snow tomorrow. And then again, first part of December, last I saw anyway, we could get 3 or 4 inches of snow. But that's like a week out, so who knows. I came down here, I was gonna fire up the green truck and take her out for a spin, but she looks so comfy just sitting in here. I think I'm just gonna take the flare side. What do you know about that? I get taken off down the road, and I guess luckily I realized it now, but I don't have my billfold. Makes it a little bit easier to buy things if you have some money with you. So we'll see if we can't try this again. Darn dog likes to chase you down the road, and she will run right in front of you. My wife actually ran her over with the Tahoe and didn't do her any damage, but it knocked the fog light out of the Tahoe. Look at that, look at that. She'll run right in front of you. Hope she doesn't trip. So I went up and I got 2 of these MicroGuard filters, which I have a bunch of MicroGuard filters at home that have never been used. I'd buy them when they have an oil special or something. You get oil and a MicroGuard filter. I always thought MicroGuard filters were made by Fram, and it turns out that they were made by Fram up till about 3 years ago, I think. Now they are actually made by Wix. And they told me that up here yesterday because I came up to get Wix filters yesterday and they didn't have the one for my wife's car, so I had them bring one in and I was going to come up and get it today. But I got to looking on the interweb and it turns out that MicroGuard filters are now made by Wix, and from what I gather they're identical to the ones that come in the Wix box and about half the price. So I got 2 MicroGuard filters slash Wix filters, kind of like the Napa, is it Napa Silver or Napa Gold filters that are actually Wix filters. And that is what I am going to use. On my truck I use a Motorcraft filter. I used to use Wix on that, and before that I used Fram, and I'm under the impression that Fram filters used to be good, but not so much anymore, especially just the orange Fram filter. There's a lot of stuff online about that and a lot of reports about those filters just not being very good anymore. I think the higher dollar Fram filters might still be at least better, but Wix is always ranked up there pretty high. And the last couple of years I use Motorcraft filters, which is a Purelator filter made to Ford specifications, and I figured what better filter to use than that. But I think probably the most important thing you can do is just keep your oil changed regularly. And there's a lot, we could go into a big debate here over oil filters and what brand of oil to use, synthetic versus regular dyno oil or whatever. I've never used synthetic oil. I've thought about it. I think it's good oil. I've never done it. I change my oil every 3,000 miles and never had a problem. I pulled in here to see if their diesel pump had number 2 diesel in it yet, because that's when I run in my heater. And must not be that time of season quite yet. I used to run kerosene in it for years. There was a gas station in another town about 10 miles away from here that had a kerosene pump that you get kerosene out of, but God, that stuff got to be so expensive, and it says run number 2 heating oil or something like that in it, which same thing as number 2 diesel. So that's what I run in it, but they don't have any available yet. I think my heater is clear full, and then I think I have another 5-gallon jug. I might have two of them full, but I don't want to use all of that up before I can get more. Hey, Moxie Dog. Alright, so we got the filters for Tahoe, wife's car. Now let's see if we can get this heater to run. She's alive. Looks like she's gonna run just fine. Well, I've had her running a while now, not too long, maybe 5 minutes. Looks like she's hot anyway, so I think she's good to go. Get her off here and get her unplugged. I've had that heater for a long time. And it'll heat the shop up very well. It can be below 0 outside, and I can get it up to 70 degrees in here without any problem. So it works. So as I was talking about earlier, I got these MicroGuard filters, which are the same as a Wix, apparently. And I've never used anything but Pennzoil. I've got Pennzoil Banner. That's just what I've used in all of my vehicles my whole life. I've never used anything but Pennzoil. I don't know, got in a conversation about this the other day, and basically I don't know. Oils are, we could get in a big conversation about oils and brand of oil. All oils have to meet a certain specification. They have the They have the rating on them, which I don't even know what the current rating is. They all have a rating on them that they have to meet. Probably the most important thing you can do is keep your oil changed. I change it every 3,000 miles. Heck, when I first started driving, I changed it every 1,000 miles, and that's probably a little overkill. I know a lot of people go 5,000 miles, some even go, with synthetics, some even go 7, 10. When you go that far, I think a good filter is pretty important. A good filter is important no matter what. The most important thing is keep it changed. I got a new vise over here. My wife actually bought me that, and I need to get that mounted somewhere. That isn't gonna happen today either. I'd like to get some metal pieces or something to run bolts down through instead of just the wood, but it may do with just the wood for now. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna get this girl out of here, take her for a drive, get her warmed up, change the oil, and then change the oil in my Tahoe and my wife's car, get everything ready before the snow starts flying around here, which may not be too long. And then on the flare side, I'm wanting to put those white LEDs in these corner lights, because right now they have blue lights in them. Right there. And I'm just, well, hello Moxie. And I'm just not a big fan of them. Other thing would be that turd. It has developed a nasty vibration to it, especially above, right up around 70 miles an hour. And the only thing I can really think of is a U-joint, but it doesn't make any noise when you put it into gear or anything. So I might pull that in here, get underneath it, and see if I can find a bad U-joint. If that's not what it is, I really don't know what it is. It does have like 265,000 miles on it, so who knows what it might be. But it would be nice to have that vehicle in good running condition, just in case something happens to something else, then we could drive that. It does run good, the engine seems strong, might as well have it in tip-top shape. My wife actually found me a desk. I think it's a desk from her work or something. It's a big, heavy dude. I'm not exactly sure where I would put it down here. I wouldn't mind, I'd actually like to spend more time down here, but there's not really a place to put a desk. Another thing is I don't have any internet down here. I can use my phone or tether off of my phone. I'd like to be able to use my laptop down here, but that just isn't working right now. And it would cost quite a bit to have them run another line down here to the shop. Plus I'd have to pay another internet bill, I imagine. I don't know, does anybody know if they make any kind of repeaters or anything that you could like place between here and the house to send your signal down here? I don't know how far it is down here, maybe 200, 250 feet, something like that. I don't think there's anything like that. So that really is about all I have for today. Heck, I'm gonna have to be going and getting my daughter from school before too long. Tomorrow I'm going to get to changing oil and lubing things up and getting everything ready for winter. Since my green truck really doesn't see much action in the winter time anymore, although I wish it could because I think we could have a lot of fun, but I just don't want to get salt and stuff all over it and have it rust again, even though that's what I told myself I would do when I redid it. It has almost 2 full tanks of fuel, or maybe about 3/4 in each tank. I need to get most of that burned out before winter, otherwise it's just gonna have old fuel in it come springtime. So I need to do some driving. So gonna get some maintenance done on the vehiculars, but give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.